right, what's up, guys? Nick here, and we got some raw day trading. Let's get into it. Let me see if I can minimize this part of. There we go. All right, zoom this out. Show the volume profile. And okay, so Friday was a pretty big day. I think for a lot of people, SCRV serve was what was moving Friday. I don't know if you can see this chart. This is my 15. Okay, but over here, this was Friday. Coming, it kind of popped pre-market or after hours Friday night, and then pre-market this morning, it kind of ground up, ground down, and then ground back up, popping above pre-market highs to resulting in what we have here. Honestly, I was just off timed with it. I wasn't taking much risk really on it. I was just churning shares basically and a little bit off time and focused on that one. Then I took a few hits, a few punches. What's the positive of that? I hit a few times on MIRA and Mira. In some of these like attempts back up here, and I made a couple $100. Let me see here, like 320 on that. But still, even on that, I was just churning shares. And then kind of mid-morning, it just started taking off. And I had one decent trade out of a haul. But all in all, for having 230 orders, executions, both one in, one out, so about 115 orders, I'm pretty much break even on the day. I'm up 164. But for the amount of shares that I churned, it's not much. I mean, the fees, it's like $40 worth of like FINRA fees or whatever the fuck. Even though there's like free commissions, there's still like the SEC FINRA. You get a couple cent fee on every share or something. I'm totally getting that wrong, by the way. But SCRV, yeah, played around on it. It just wasn't that clear of action to me today. I wasn't reading it right. Maybe it was just weekend. I was a little crusty in the brain. Maybe I got too much sleep last night. But let's look through some video, pull up some highlights, see if there's anything that we can discern from this. All right. So I had some trades early on in the open, and then I kind of totally. Yeah, sorry. I'm just thinking about how these I tend to mistake. I expected serve to just fail very hard, and it never did fail very hard, and that's why I was more hesitant on taking the flushes, and so I think that's what kind of kept me from making money today because it just wouldn't. I wanted it to halt down. I wanted it to like attempt to die first, so I then could understand where a majority of the expectation was. But when it just kind of chopped around like this, and it kind of looked like it was going up, looked like it was going down, looked like it might reverse, looked like it might reverse it back the other way. It was a lot less clear to me which of the dips would be bought up, because I always thought in my head that there was a big amount of sellers just waiting to jump in on this, and it ended up selling, but later in the day in more of a sort of grind fashion, and not in the sort of fast, flashy action that I expected earlier in the day. And I think that's kind of what made for this, this sort of difficult trading for me. Because like I was just like I was playing it a certain way and it wasn't lining up to my expectations. Um, and I have this little notebook that I like pre-write notes for like the next day if like anything that I'm expecting. And on the top here, I I have I don't know, my handwriting is very messy, but I wrote expect today to be difficult because I had a very, just a decently really good day. Um, for the amount of size I was trading for, you know, um, the way I'd been trading, like comparatively to my previous days, I made around $1,000 on Friday, and it was historically always after days like that where I just got a little bit loose and I misread the action. Um, so for that reason, and for the reason that days after something opened up often tends to have like that flip effect where it gets shut down by a lot of shorts. I wrote expect today to be difficult. And so I also came in maybe a little higher caution than was warranted. And I was maybe overthinking setups and, you know, um, cutting maybe a little fast. But all in all, I stand by that decision and I'm okay with it. Um, and I basically played my plan and I'm okay with that. I can adjust tomorrow, or the next day. Uh, let's get right into it. Keep this a quick video. Uh, okay. So this was the open. It's like just bouncing around here. It ends up going up to 13 something, getting pre-market highs. But let's go to 10. 10:15 is my first. Oh, I just totally miss all that. It's so irritating. That should have been the area where I traded right here. This is not a timestamp, but I'm curious of why I did not get this. Well, that's high. No, I'm getting in late. Now I'm having to stop out at break even. Thank God I got stopped out at break even. Um, and it just keeps going. Oh, I hate that. Hate, hate, hate. Okay, so this right here is normally where I would have taken it as that candle closes. Oh, okay. Also, the 10 o'clock hour is closing. Ugh. So, I don't know. I was expecting it to be volatile. I was scared, I guess. A little timid today. It's fine. Okay, let's get up to 10:15 and look at how I played this. So now it's kind of clearly reversing off that high. What are we doing here? It's under the pre-market lows. Take a trade here somewhere. I think I'm expecting it to keep continuing upwards. And what happens? Candle makes a little peak low. And tests back high. I don't know. What did I? I don't know. Maybe I missed that trade. Oh, that would have been nice. Oh, okay. So that's a little bit mistrade. That's fine. Did I start trying to take it here? Is that what it? Oh, man, it goes all the way to 13. Sheesh. 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 And it keeps going. Oh, oh, that's what it was. Okay. All right. So two things here. This area, as it starts hesitating, totally missed that. Should have been marketing in right there. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, blah blah blah. Um, and then this trade, a lot of times, yeah, a good signal is where you get filled. Sometimes the low fill can be good, but also it's an indicator that there's a lot of sell pressure there. I mean, think about it. The spread is 20 cents, or the spread is 15 cents, and I'm getting filled mid to low point. Okay, so that's not terrible. Um, goes green for a second, and then immediately 76. I should have cut right there. And I do for the most part, but I was just a touch slow. Got a touch slow on the cut. Practice 1018. Practice 1018 on SCRV. All right, so it's a good practice point for later. Let's go 1105. Oh, this is my halt, out of the halt trade. I'm not that great at halts yet. Working on it. And this was out of out of the halt. It's going to open in. It's going to open in 15 seconds or so. Well, 30 seconds. So out of this halt, and what I'm looking at here is this signal here. As it gets closer to the halt time, uh, this keeps creeping up. That number just like kept increasing. The imbalance kept increasing upwards, not in an extreme fashion, more in like a just an incremental, small, slow fashion. Because what I'm looking at, if I would have seen that kind of go from like 2 to maybe 220, I would have been like, oh, I got to wait for a dip or something. I don't trust this. But because it was just a small incremental step up, it's just like, okay, the risk isn't much higher and it's a signal in direction and it's already tested, you know, tested trying to go high one, two, three, four, and then this is the fifth time. Let's give it a shot. And so I was a little bit more comfortable taking a trade here. I take it right out of the open. I see it pause. I take a trade, and immediately I was up 8 cents or so. So not too bad. Could have held a little longer. Not even tripping that I didn't. So actually thinking about getting back in, but that really quite wasn't in my repertoire. Okay, so did that. Um, and then there's a halt down. I think this stays for 10 minutes. Wow. Yeah, this imbalance just kept creeping up. It's crazy. And I think I'm going to play it, but I lower my share size. All right. I think it opens up here. at 16.12. Let's see what happens. Watching dips. Looks like it might get bought up there, and it's not. So I put order to sell. I get filled, and my thinking was like, whew, I dodged a bullet there. But instead of actually halting down, it goes to the 70s or so. So watch this. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, oh, well, missed a little bit there, but it's not a big deal. And this one actually keeps continuing all day. And then I keep trying to play SCRV, mildly, mid successful, unsuccessful, whatever. So it actually halts down here now. But the imbalance starts creeping up and opens high. It's actually crazy. And they were 10-minute halts too. So it opens high. Then watch this. Everyone's like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's. Oh, 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 oh. Halt down again. Oh no. Is it going to halt down? Actually, I think it halts down. Halt creeps lower. I'm not playing this at all at this point. I'm just like, these kind of halt up, halt down stocks are very annoying to me. Yeah, these are funny ones because you can get trapped on either side. And not my favorite place to be. Good tape to watch though. Keep waiting for it. I thought it was going to halt down. Okay, yeah, there's the halt down. So basically two halt downs, one after another, but it it halted down at a higher place than the previous halt down. Actually halted down at the okay, and it just keeps going up and 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 up. And I'm not playing this, but it was one of those stocks that kind of runaway halter. Anyways, I am going to take off. It has been a pleasure. Catch you all tomorrow, and have a great trading day. Peace.